We got to get that single out, Rocky.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. You
We
probably have
got to
to
get
go.
that.
You probably gonna have to send me your vocals one more time.
I'll do
Uh,
whatever. I'll do whatever you need.
yeah, but man, I got so much other shit, bro. I have to go.
I already know you do.
Vocals one more time.
All right. Hey man, can you hear me?
Yep.
Fire. All right, dig. This is your man's Low D's, man. Right here, one more episode of We Can Fight. And you already know what we doing here. You already know exactly what we doing here. First of all, I gotta start off by saying that me and my special guest right now are more family than friends through
Fact,
relation
fact.
of my beautiful fiance. And this is long overdue, but because of the beautiful sport of boxing, we was able to bring this shit together today. So first thing first is I want to get right to the meat and potatoes of the situation before I even get off into anything I want to conversate about before any of that. The first thing first is, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, the first thing first is, bro, in the world, what in the world possessed you? Let me see. Am I on the camera here? Nah, you a motherfucker just don't wake up and say, I want another grown man to hit me. Okay.
You ain't lying.
Uh so what made you start boxing? What made you get into it? Have you always been into it?
Man, so like as a kid, like growing up, man, I man, fights was always, you know what I'm saying, something you know what I'm saying, growing up with four brothers, you know what I'm saying, we always fight, you know what I'm saying, always fighting in the neighborhood, always finding some kid to fight, you know what I'm saying, got older, and I just had so much aggression, you know what I'm saying, and so I was always fighting people, even at parties, and you know what I'm saying, with my homeboys and this and that and the third, but you know, I did wrestling in high school, some in college and stuff like that, but then like everybody was like, man, why don't you try boxing? I always wanted to do it, but you know what I'm saying, growing up, we didn't really always have the money to put into boxing. You know what I'm saying? That shit, it ain't cheap. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
very expensive. Yes.
So you know what I'm saying? So uh I guess just always having that fight background. And then you know what I'm saying, I think it was at work. I think I was at work or whatever, and I had met this dude named Justin Spalding. You know what I'm saying? I had a show down in Indianapolis or whatever.
Shout out to him.
I was watching his story on Facebook, and I was like, "Hey man, who you training with?" This dude named Tyler or whatever, blah blah blah. I'm like, well, how much does he charge to train? He was like, oh man, you just got to come in. And I was like, what? I was like, bro, I'm hella confused. I'm like, so just come in. He was like, yeah, bro, I'll give him your name and blah blah blah. Hit him up on Facebook, let him know I sent you. So coach was like, man, come to practice. I'll see what you got. So I came to practice. You know what I'm saying? And he liked what I had. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, bro, just keep coming. So I just kept coming back to practice, man. And you know what I'm saying? And that's how it all started.
Man, that's fire. So uh, how do you approach the sport?
As in
Because
what?
everybody takes the everybody looks at it like it's barbaric, and they look at it like it's just two men in there fighting. How do you approach the sport?
You know what? I never really been asked that question before, bro. To me, bro, it's I think it's like therapeutic to
Yeah.
me. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of business side to a lot of things that people don't really don't understand about the business side of boxing, because I don't really know everything, you know what I'm saying? But my coach always puts me on game like, hey man, this what's going on, blah 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 blah. I'm always asking questions, you know what I'm saying? So like um so I think for me, bro, it's very therapeutic, man, to have something that keeps you disciplined, keeps your mind, you know what I'm saying, and stuff together, keep your body together. I
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. So like it's a discipline thing for me, you know what I'm saying. So,
that's
but
fire. Because
and
I
another
don't
thing
want
that
I
people
don't
gotta
want.
understand is like a lot of people think they can box, and they're because they can fight. You know what I'm saying? But I thought the same thing. Man, listen, it's a whole art to the thing that people don't really understand. That I didn't even understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I didn't fought plenty of times, bro. But when I got into the ring, I'm like, oh yeah, this is totally different. It's a totally different ball game.
Absolutely, because it's a different thing when you got somebody trying to attack you for 3 minutes. Most people don't realize that the average fight lasts like 30 to 45 seconds. So when
Facts.
you got 3 minutes of somebody trying to come and take you out, that's a whole different thing of fatigue. It's a whole different thing mentally, physically, and I definitely I definitely know exactly what you're talking about. But I want to cut you off 1 second because, like you were saying about your transformation, I've been watching you from afar. I'm here in Detroit. Your home base is St. Louis. Bro, your body has transformed immensely. You have dedicated your time, your mind, and your body to the sport. And I'm definitely seeing, and everybody else is seeing, and your fans are seeing, and it's downright amazing. And I think that the discipline that it takes is definitely underestimated. Definitely underestimated.
Facts.
So
Yeah,
so go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
So how serious on top of that, just to extrapolate down on the last question, how serious do you take your preparation? Just
Oh,
to let the people know how serious this shit is.
man, I take this shit very serious. You know what I'm saying? I don't miss practice unless I got only day I miss practice is on Wednesdays. Is because I got to take my daughter to gymnastics class. Other than that, bro, I'm at practice every day, same time every day. If I'm a little late, I'm staying a little late. You know what I'm saying? I'm usually uh the last person to leave for real. You know what I'm saying? I try to get there as early as possible. But if I get there late, trust me, I'm leaving late. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
And I don't skip a practice, bro. I'm sick right now, and I'm finna go fight. You know what I'm saying? That's how serious I take this shit, man. Like
Yeah, for
at
sure.
first, at first I didn't. I wanted to just get my body together, and then you know what I'm saying. Coach was like, "Man, won't you just take your first fight and just see how I feel?" And after that, bro, I just fell in love with it. Then my second fight, man, I fought this dude named John Cottrell. He actually about to fight tonight. He's actually a promoter for this fight. My second fight, only went to the second round, but he been boxing since he was like 18 or something like that. So like my coach wanted me to get that experience to see how it actually felt to fight somebody that's better than me. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ain't find nobody better than you, what are you really doing? You're
Yeah,
not,
you gotta learn.
not
Yeah,
better. So like I felt kind of discouraged that fight, but then the dude came to me. He was like, "Man, you got a lot of heart, and that's what it takes to be a boxer." You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Man, only thing that stood between me and you is experience and conditioning." And I was like, "All right, well, after that, bro, like everything stepped it up for me." You know what I'm saying? I start running further, start sprinting a little longer. You know what I'm saying? Just bro, I constantly watch videos and see if how I can get myself better, bro. You know
for
what I'm saying?
sure.
So like when you ask me how serious I take it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I can always get better. There's always an extra step I can take, but I'm constantly trying to find that extra step.
For sure. For sure. So anybody that's watching, just maybe give any of the kids that might see this video, anybody that's watching, just a little glimpse of what this shit really takes.
Uh, if so, what I would say to my younger self, uh, dedication, man, consistency and dedication. You have to dedicate everything that you have. If you really want to do something in life, man, you got to dedicate yourself to it. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with anything you want to do in life, you have to dedicate yourself to it. You got to stay consistent because once you fall off, it's easy to say, "Oh, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going." But if you're not actually doing it, then what are you actually doing? You know what I'm saying? Um, it's easy to fall off, but it's harder to get back to where you was. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, if I take a day off practice and I come back, I feel like, damn, bro, like I feel sluggish. I feel fatigued easier. So like if I'm not doing something the day before or 2 days before, bro, it's just harder to build yourself back up to that point.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Man, hell yeah. Well, man, look, I know you got to get ready for this fight. You know, I want to extrapolate down away from the boxing real quick, just to let everybody know that the man that's stepping in this ring tonight is also phenomenally talented producer, songwriter, engineer. The man has albums out. He had an album out back outside in 2022. He's got over 15, 20 singles on all digital platforms. The man is uber talented. I am Rocky. And before I let you go, I want to know how you get your name. Because I mean, I am Rocky. Now you boxing, knocking niggas out. What?
So I got my name, man, when I was actually I got locked up in 20 what year was that? Shit, 2013, I want to say. Something like that. I think I was 2013, man, and I was in there. I was just explaining to everybody like me fighting and everything like that. And I got out. And, well, I was in there and I was arm wrestling people. You know what I'm saying? There, everybody come on call me Baby Hulk, and then my Philly, he was like, man, won't you change your name to because I used to go by Prodigy. He's like, won't you change your name to Rocky? And I was like, well, there's already Rocky out there. He was like, change it to Rocky with 2 C's.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I can do that. So when I got out, you know what I'm saying, I told my homeboys like, hey, blah blah blah, I want to go by this. And then I was finna start a label not too long ago. It's going to be called I Am. You know what I'm saying? And so everybody was going to have an I Am in front of their name, and I just went with I Am Rocky. So that's why I changed it, man. And it was also easier for people to find me because there's not a lot of people with I Am Rocky in front of, you know what I'm saying, their name and things like that. So once you look me up on thing, my name gonna pop up first. So
for sure. Well, shit, let the people know where they can find you. Let the people know where you fighting at. Let the people know your record. This man is a heavyweight. This man has gotten in phenomenal shape. His transformation is on his social media. If you want to follow him, give this man a follow. Give his music a listen. It's very inspirational. He's talented on all levels. Man, he's fighting tonight. I want to say what, Topeka, Kansas City, or something like that.
yeah.
Where you at tonight?
Topeka, Kansas. We're gonna be fighting in the middle of a mall. It's called West Ridge Mall. We're gonna be fighting in the middle of the mall. They got the ring already set up. You can follow me on all social platforms at I Am Rocky Music. Besides for Facebook, it's just my name, Russell Lee Harris. Man, like my man said, tap into my music. You can look me up on any music platform at I Am Rocky. Let's see. Yeah, I am fighting heavyweight, but it's gonna be my last fight heavyweight.
You coming down?
Every day after that, I'm going down to cruiserweight, which is 195 to like 205 or something like that. So I'm
Come on,
going
get
down.
skinny as me, man. Come on, to get skinny as me.
How much you weigh?
Man, I like 160.
Nah, see, that's too small for me, man. That's too little. I gotta keep my power, man. So,
hey, man, look,
speaking of me, man, don't forget tap in with my man because he just as talented as me when it comes to the music, man. So don't forget to shout yourself out for that. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, man, I'm gonna drop that single for us, bro. I'm gonna drop it.
I appreciate you, man. It's coming to the world, man. This shit is
Resend
crazy.
me them vocals. Resend me them vocals so I can get to when I get back to the crib, I can mix it up and we can drop it.
For sure. I'm gonna send you the vocals. I got you. I got you, man. Man, look, man. Hey, look, handle the business. Tap back in. We'll talk Monday. Hey, they say the best part of a fighter's career is Monday morning when you go to the bank. You understand me? So tap in, man. Peace and love, man. Do your thing tonight, bro.
I appreciate it.
You know it, man. Thanks a lot for coming in here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, yo. And I don't know if you know who that was, but I just told you who that was. That was my man, I Am Rocky, man, out of the St. Louis, man. He's fighting tonight in Topeka, Kansas, in the middle of the mall at West Ridge Mall. The ring is already set up. If you're around there, go support. My man right now is 3-1, and he about to be 4-1 after tonight. Yeah. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, man. Success, man. Black excellence, man. And the single, She Bad, is coming out. Like I say, you know what we here to do, man. We here to do shit, man, and make it keep all the way going. Now, back to what I wanted to talk about from the beginning of this, right? Will there ever be a true champion in the sport of boxing? I hush back there. That's my dog. She wants to come out and be free and go crazy, but we're not about to allow that right now. The answer to your question, will there ever be a true champion in the sport of boxing? I'm going to have to absolutely say 100% unequivocally no. No, there will never be a true champion in the sport of boxing because it's just too many divisions. You got the WBC, the WBO, the IBF, the WBA. Everybody got a super champion, an interim champion, and a regular champion. And nobody seems to want to fight each other. Everybody seems to want to talk shit to somebody. And that's nothing. We'll wait. We go back. Everybody seems to want to talk shit to somebody that's under another promotional banner and all of that. And as long as boxers are talking shit to Gervonta Tank Davis and he's on PBC and they're fighting with the zone, I'm just using Tank as a reference, and they're fighting with the zone or they're fighting with Top Rank, the chances of those fights happening is very small. But actuality, they just want a payday. And that's where it all basically boils down to. So everybody's got to knock their guy out in their promotional bracket, because in order to get a fight, it's going to take some promotional factions actually working together, which is why Dana White which he was asked at the John Jones conference when he fought Stipe Miocic. He asked him, was he ever going to get into boxing? And Dana White did say absolutely yes. Sometimes in 2025, he's going to get off into boxing. And actually, I think that Dana White might actually be what boxing needs. I'm not. He might have to get his own boxers and have his own stable and do his own thing, starting off real small as far as guys under his UFC banner or whatever they're going to call it, for whatever his boxing is going to be called, because I don't know, he might have to get his own WBC, IBF, all those factions fighters of his own, because I think he's going to run it like one champion per weight class like he does the UFC. And if he really does that, in 10 years, it could be big. Now, it's going to take some time because, all these big bodies are going to try to force him out. But I think he's amassed enough money to where that he can actually make this shit happen. The WBC, Mr. Suleiman, he's very powerful. And, the IBF and, all these certain factions are very powerful in themselves. And they don't want to see somebody come in and possibly take their best fighters from their stable, possibly take some of their promotional money, and even put out a better product, even because right now the problem is boxing is that the best isn't simply fighting the best. And that's really what goes down. So I'm pretty sure y'all managed to see what happened, on November 15th with the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fiasco. Whether you liked it or not, it was free on Netflix. It didn't cost you a dime, and it broke records. They broke fucking Netflix show. That shit was, they had never had that many people log in trying to get onto any certain stream ever in Netflix history. So what they did was they broke the thing. They definitely broke the algorithm, but it was a fiasco as far as the main event. The best cards on there was Shoo Carrington, which he should have been on the main card. You already know Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, they did their thing, which they did their thing 2 years ago. That was a crazy fight. It was controversial. This one, I think that the headbutts, how you get deducted a point and still win the fight on a close fight, I don't know. But they just set that up for part 3. They just set that up for part 3. And they just made the biggest bag that any two women have ever made in women's boxing. I think they both got like 10 million apiece. So congratulations to them. So Jake Paul really is a major player. When he wants to stop playing with people and stop faking boxing, he definitely will have enough money to put out some real product under the MVP banner. So he's also a player along with the PBC. Think about it. He's got enough money, and he's also a player along with his own stuff. And as long as he wants to keep putting on boxing circles and surfaces and whatever he's doing, and people are going to come in droves to see him. He doesn't have to fight anybody, and that's also another problem. As long as somebody can make a big payday fighting the bum, why would they go fight the best? If I can get rich fighting tomato cans, why I'm about to go get knocked out and risk the embarrassment of getting put to sleep on TV and everything else? So, with that being said, no, hell no. What do we got coming up in boxing? Let's see. What do we have coming up in boxing? You see Ryan Garcia is talking junk. He's trying to do something overseas because he can't fight over here. Tank Davis is supposed to have a fight date coming out soon. It'll probably be released within the next day or two. Where's Errol Spence? Somebody play the crickets. I love Errol Spence, but we need you to come back, EJ. You probably won't see this. My channel too small. EJ. You probably won't see this, dog. But we need you to come on back, man. I still fuck with you, dog. You understand me? I still fuck with you, man. Whatever happened a couple years ago, the day after my birthday, it really hurt my heart. But guess what? I still fuck with you, dog. And boxing needs you, man. Whatever going on, get it together, man. Boxing needs you, man. The Charlo brothers coming back. I want to say he's supposed to be fighting somebody. Who was he supposed to be fighting? Not Andre. Is it Demetrius Andre? I want to say he's fighting Demetrius Andre. It's about damn time. David Benavidez and David Morrell, Charlo and Andre. And I want to say that's all in the same card coming up in February 2025. So, we got some real things popping off, and hopefully we can get some real good, exciting boxing. I don't know about any of y'all. Do y'all play video games? Yes, I play a little bit of video games. How do y'all since you're a boxing fan, and if you on this channel, then 9 times out of 10, you got Undisputed. So if you want to fight, I'm taking on all people on Undisputed. If you want to fight, my gamer tag is Diablo D's on Xbox. Undisputed is a boxing game that was released by SCI. It was once called Esports Boxing Club. It is incredibly fun, but at times it is incredibly broken. I'm not going to turn this into a video game review, but I'm only talking about it because it's boxing, and we love boxing, right? Right. Send me the invite. We can get it on. You already know what it is. It's your man's Low D's. I really wanted to make sure this video was at least ad time. And if you ask me, it was full of meat and potatoes because I got to get my guy on here. I am Rocky. And support him. If you're in that area, get your butt out there and get to West Ridge or Ridgecrest Mall or wherever he said he was at. Because I can't remember right now, but I'm about to tell y'all in 1 second. Get your butt over there. If you are in Topeka, Kansas, man, get out there. Get to the fight. Get you some popcorn and support these guys. Because like right now, everybody starts in like a hotel ballroom or a gym or in the middle of the mall, or you start right there in those small places, and then you end up getting, a little bigger venues, a little small arenas, and then you go to little bigger places, and then you get to the big arenas, the LCAs and the T-Mobile Arena and the Staples Center or whatever they call it out there. And that's how it happens. You gotta build, you gotta build, you gotta build. Follow that man, support him, and make sure that you guys follow We Can Fight on YouTube. Hit the like button, hit the bell icon. Make sure you come back for all motherfucking videos. I don't know what we got this weekend, but tonight it's Saturday. Do we have anything on PBC? We got anything scheduled tonight? I don't think so, but I'm pretty sure there is. There's always some boxing on ESPN, but you can check the schedule, Boxing Times, Boxing Showtime. Fuck with your mans. It's been real. It's going down. There will never ever, until they get down to one real champion and each of them kill all them belts, there will never ever ever be a true champion in the sport of boxing. Those days are over. Money has took over. It's been real, y'all. See y'all later.